Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live. Let me see, what episode is this? 111 or 111. Interesting number today. Anyways, hashtag Black Friday. So, anyways, let's go in the notes section here real quick and just go over what the show is going to be about today. So, Bitcoin Black Friday. Now, this was highly touted last year and the year before that, and all the previous years. For some reason, I haven't heard a lot about it this year. It's not quite touted. I'm not sure why. Let me see if yep, I'm still screen sharing here. So I'm not sure what the difference is today, but for whatever reason, um, you don't hear much about it. But I will be talking about that. Underneath that, another thing I'm going to talk about is Bitcoin wallet, Bitfinex Coldwallet. This is a link to bitinfocharts.com. It will link and show you the transactions that are going on in Bitfinex's cold wallet. It's very interesting what's going on. You're getting massive and massive withdrawals going on there. So either they have to continuously reload their hot wallet for their customers, their user base, to withdraw, or they're moving some money around, or I should say moving Bitcoin around, a lot of it. We'll take a look at it. We'll analyze it. Also in the notes section, here's what I'm going to be talking about is baseball great Jose Canseco predicts 10,000 Bitcoin by 2018. Now, the reason I talk about Jose Canseco is because when I was growing up, I collected baseball cards, and he was one of the cards that I was collecting, and I think he was playing for the Oakland Athletics at the time. So, anyways, I remember, I think he was like, at the time, was very popular. Getting 40 home runs in a year was amazing. Getting 40 home runs now doesn't mean anything. I mean, people hit like 50 home runs by mid-season, so not a big deal. But I just wanted to bring that up. He was in the story. Very interesting read. Eventually, he got caught doing steroids, so he eventually became very unpopular. Another story here I got is Bitcoin gold wallet scams net 3 million in illicit earnings. That's my follow-up story. As you know, there's some YouTubers and many people who have been scammed for using my BTG wallet, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. And it seems like $3 million worth of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Seemed like some of these people were Exodus users. Seems like it, but we'll see. I'll be going over that story today as well. Also in the note section is Deep Web Roundup. Alphabay suspect dies, Monero climbs, and 126 million Verge lost. Interesting story. I want to share that with you so you could be a little up to date. Maybe have some water cooler talk amongst your friends and family when you get back to work, or maybe when you have Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, by the way. And speaking of Thanksgiving, I am usually cook up turkey. I'm not a big turkey fan, you know. It's nothing more than a oversized grown chicken. If anything, I'd rather have chicken than turkey. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually cooking brisket. I actually cooked it last night. Cooked it for about 12 hours. I had to cut it in half. I mean, the brisket, the smallest one we got was like huge. I typically would cook that brisket outside, but my pit that I made my pit out of cinder blocks and expanded wire. Um, but it's a little outdated. It's a little rusty right now, so I cook it in the oven. Much easier, by the way, and plus it's winter, warms the house. So I had to cook the brisket. I cut it in half. So I cooked some. I prefer the fat. I get the brisket with the fat side, the fat layer on top. So I cooked the fatty side first, and then I'm cooking the less fatty side. They're both fatty. Anyways, another 12 hours of cooking, but that's all right. It's worth it. Sorry about that. I smell the brisket right now, so it smells so good. Um, Underneath, also in the notes section, is questions mount as Bitfinex says stays silent in the wake of the Tether attack. I'll be going over that too. That's just a follow-up story. And of course, also in the notes section, I got the partition. It's partitioned in different areas. All the hard forked or potential hard forks, Bitcoin Silver. It's time to stop meme. I'm going to keep leaving that there. It's really funny to look at. But Bitcoin Platinum, Bitcoin Uranium, Bitcoin Cash Plus, Bitcoin Classic, and Segwit 2x, the fake one, Super Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Diamond. So, man, we're going to be getting all these potential hard forks. Some of them are actually already forked. So, wow. Plus, I have a link to a list of airdrops. The last time I went there was October 29th, but it updates every day. CryptoCree.com/airdrop. Those are for people who enjoy getting money falling from the sky. And underneath that, I have another partition section in the notes section. Segwit charts, if you want to know the Segwit adoption rate. I haven't checked in a while, but I suspect it's probably around 10 to 12%. I'll check on it if I remember. And then Coin Codex. If you're tired of looking at BitConnect, the BitConnect banner, the BitConnect token itself, use Coin Codex. They won't list BitConnect. If you search for them, you'll find it with the warning, but you probably won't find all the other scam, Ponzi, pyramid, ICO, exit scam tokens. You won't find that on Coin Codex. They actually do vetting before they even list a token or a cryptocurrency. Isn't that amazing? Live Coin Watch, that's another listing platform. I really enjoy that one. I use that one a lot. CoinGecko is another one because they have an indice of developer participation as well as user community participation. And then BitInfo Charts, also a listing platform, but also will list hash rates, block times, and you can compare them with different cryptocurrencies and get an idea of I guess, how lively your cryptocurrency is. I really like looking at the transactions, transaction volumes. You'll be surprised how very little some of these altcoins have in transactions. Very, very little. Also in the notes section is Joho's mempool statistics. For those of you who want to know about the mempool, I think it's very low, probably very low. Thanksgiving. You'll be surprised. You know, a lot of the volume is really done in developed nations, typically Western developed nations. I'll check it out. I haven't really seen it, but I suspect it's very low, and there's nothing going on right now. I suspect that, unless people are betting on the Thanksgiving football game, which is typically what, Detroit versus Dallas. So there might be some action, but we'll see. Salumi.io. That is a listing platform that measures social volume, social media volume. They've incorporated Twitter. It used to be just Reddit, but I think they incorporated Twitter. It'd be nice if they get Facebook and YouTube on there, and I don't know, whatever other social platform they could incorporate. You can tell what's being pumped and what's being dumped. Transaction accelerator, you probably don't need that, but it's there for you anyway. And of course, the last link is Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, hash rate, historical 6 months. All right, so there you go. And then underneath that, I have, can Bitcoin be replaced via multiple hard forks? James Bond interview by Crush the Street. Check it out. I say some interesting things, as well as collecting your free Bitcoin Gold coins with Coinami. It's a link to the support desk. They have how-tos or instructions on how to extract Bitcoin Gold using your Coinami wallet. Even if you didn't have even if you didn't have Bitcoin on your Coinami wallet at the time of the snapshot, you can import your 24, or some are 12 word, some are 18 word, some are 24 word recovery seed, either like for example on your Trezor, your Ledger, or maybe your Exodus wallet, or your just any other wallet that has a mnemonic seed. You can import, split your Bitcoin Gold, and then just restore your previous wallet on Coinami, and then your other wallets will be fine. And then if you are having a hard time understanding that, I have a video. I made a tutorial on how to split Bitcoin Gold 01. So I actually did have Bitcoins at the time of the snapshot, and I split my Bitcoin Gold from my Bitcoin. Very easy. I'll be making future videos sweeping private keys from paper wallet, and perhaps maybe importing a mnemonic seed. And I have a link to Bitcoin Gold. All right. And then also, if you've been watching this video and you happen to see an advertisement by Craig Grant or his mistress, Juliana, you might, pumping BitConnect or trying to get you involved into a Ponzi, which is, BitConnect. You may want to check out these articles here. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect, and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And if you need some video to watch, I do have a video for you, James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017. I interview 3 BitConnectors. Yes, 3 BitConnectors. Even Ozzy the BS filter made a special appearance for some strange reason. Don't know why, but anyways. But 2 of them rage quit. One of them was stupid enough to stick around to let you know where you could find him. The 4th guest was just a regular guest, not involved in BitConnect, and even he can see that it was a Ponzi. So, oh yeah, and then the last but not least, I have the video theme for this video. You Ain't Got to Lie, Craig, which comes from the movie Friday, which obviously you're seeing the meme of. And then there's a video for that if you want to watch it for fun. And also Craig's first joint from the movie Friday, because we are gonna be talking about Black Friday here. All right. And then hashtag yes2x78, which is the meme you're looking at right now if you want to click on it and have a bigger picture to look at. And also have a link to Bitcoin Pot of Gold. And so the donation address to the Bitcoin Pot of Gold as well, if you want to donate to the Bitcoin Pot of Gold. Make it fun for everyone. I provide that for the audience members, so you can try to crack the password. Or I think there's definitely $60 in there. I need someone to donate into it one more time, or a lot, but I need someone to donate so I can give you the sixth clue to the sixth word of the 24-word recovery seed. And that way you can try to crack the mnemonic seed. If you go to GitHub, there's a list of over 2,000 words that are used in creating the mnemonic seed. So you could do different combinations. Have fun with it. Anyways, let's see who's all in the chat now. All right. So 21 million, you're always here first. And dual overhead camness, good to see you. Andre Barnwell, how you doing? And let's see who else. Well, 21 million, I know the crypto type got his Bitcoin stolen. I watched his videos, and that's how I discovered something wrong with my Bitcoin wallet. And I did let him know that I would share his video. I think I did it in I'm not sure what episode, but I shared his link to his video of his testimony of his Bitcoin being stolen from the My BTG wallet hack. And so I let him know I will share a link to his video so everyone can know. And I wanted to talk about it so other people won't get hacked, even though the wallet itself was already taken down. But I do think that, you know, Bitcoin Gold has some responsibility because they did list it on their website. Oh, Katriana Holiday, how you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Excellent. Errors Gaming, welcome to the channel. All right, so let me continue on here and let's go on to the meme. Yeah, the brisket thing, Andre. You know, it's I don't eat brisket all the time. You know, it's pretty big in you know Texas. They love brisket, but you know I'll cook it every now and then. I got the rub on it, and you know put it in after 12 hours. After 12 hours at 250 degrees, take it out, wrap it in aluminum foil, put it back in there, and leave it for another 2 hours, and then turn off the heat, and then just leave it there so it could just you know I don't know soak up all the fat. And my goodness, I'm sorry if I'm making you hungry on that, but it tasted good, man. It was just melts. It's almost like when it's fresh out of the oven, it cuts like butter and it melts like butter. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let me go on to the meme here. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. I'll touch a little bit on this. It has several meanings. Obviously, it comes from the movie Friday, and then obviously there's Black Friday coming up. So it's a play on words and a little fun on the mind. But also, it's a little fun with Craig Grant and Trayvon James. What's going on with those guys? Because apparently they're getting hacked left and right. So, you know, a couple scenarios. You know, maybe it's possible they did get hacked. Apparently, you know, their Exodus wallet was compromised, and maybe they got hacked. Okay, that's not the first time I've heard that story. You know, people getting hacked and all that. Second thing is maybe they're that stupid or that dumb, and they got social engineered to give someone their, you know, their recovery seed, their mnemonic seed, and yeah, maybe they, you know, got hacked in that way. They might be that stupid. The third option, most likely option, is probably they hacked themselves, you know, and so don't know why. Maybe they just wanted to make a video. A lot of people make videos for stupid reasons, and why not? Why not? It's the crypto space. So, you know, anyways, check out the videos. Check out the videos of, let's see, what is it? What's the video? I enjoyed watching those videos. And you ain't got to lie. and that's from the movie Friday and Craig's first joint Friday. So I'm sure you all enjoy it, and enjoy your Black Friday, everyone. Enjoy your Black Friday. All right, so let's go on to the first section here. Oh, all right. So welcome. This is a Bitcoin pot of gold. Please enjoy the Bitcoin pot of gold. Scan the QR code on the left. That is the donational address. Go ahead and take your wallet, scan it, push send all, and priority and send. There you go. Anyways, the QR code on the right is the encrypted private key. You can go ahead and scan that and try to figure out the password. All the Bitcoins are yours. If I get some donations here, I'll give away the 6th clue to the 6th word of the 24-word recovery seed. The QR code on the bottom, if you scan that with a regular QR code scanner, not with your wallet, it will take you to Yellow Fever for you, to his channel. He's the one that gave me this idea, so thank you. Excellent. Let's go on. All right, Bitcoin Black Friday. All right, so here's the Bitcoin Black Friday, and look, one day, 0 hours and 8 minutes. So not a lot of people are talking about this, and maybe because Bitcoin supposedly has long transaction times. I don't know. I think what people should do is, if you have an account with any exchange or maybe even Shapeshift, if you have any other altcoin, because you don't want to give up your Bitcoin. I have a feeling not a lot of people are going to use their Bitcoin. But what you can do is, because a lot of websites and companies do accept Bitcoin as payment. So what you can do is you can dump your altcoin or your tethers and go ahead and trade them in for Bitcoin, and then use that for any Black Friday gift that you want to use. Any Black Friday gift. So Bitcoin Black Friday, the link is there for you. Maybe you can get some deals, maybe not. I'm not sure. But time's ticking. And enjoy your happy Thanksgiving. All right, so next here is baseball great Jose Canseco predicts 10,000 Bitcoin by 2018. Now, I know there's other people that have predicted $10,000 to $14,000 in Bitcoin. That is awesome. But the reason I picked this story is because, man, I collected baseball cards, and one of them was Jose Canseco. Man, Jose Canseco cards were like hot. They were hot back then. I remember. I think they were going for like $100 to $200. Well, I guess a couple of years ago, I looked up the price of Jose Canseco rookie cards. They're like $5 now. So if anybody knows anything about pumps and dumps, I think Jose Canseco knows something. Let's read some of his tweets. I mean, some of them are outright hilarious tweets. Like here, it's the end of the beginning for cryptocurrency. Bitcoin at 10K by New Year's Eve. Pretty bold claims. Here's another one. In 2018, blockchain will become mainstream knowledge, understood by moron level and above. Oh, gotta love that. Oh my goodness. Gotta love that. Here's another one. In 2020, countries with digital-based financial systems shall form the DEU, Digital Economic Union, and Satoshi Nakamoto shall emerge as world leader. Oh my gosh. So these are tweets coming out from Jose Canseco. Should we listen to him? I don't know. I think we're jumping the shark on the 10,000. I know I'm my target price is still 10,000, and I think we're going to get there. 1,000. And oh, I also wanted to share with you something. Hold on here. Let me see. We are very close to 9,000. Hold on. Let me stop sharing, and let me show you something here. Hold on. Should have done this before, but that's all right. I'm going to share with you something that I saw at the mall today. And you're going to probably be surprised by it, or maybe not. Let's see here. What does it? Does anybody want to guess what it is? Let me see here. Let me get rid of that. All right. So, anybody want to guess what this is? Sorry. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. There you go. This is what I saw at the mall today. I saw an ATM, a Bitcoin ATM at the mall today. And you know what's funny? Nobody was using it. I figured like maybe, well, maybe there's going to be a line out the door. Bitcoiners when they hear about ATMs popping up all over the place, they always think like there's going to be some line out the door to use this Bitcoin ATM. And in reality, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. What happens is basically it's just there. No one's using it. No one even knows about it. People are walking past it. More people were using the bank ATM. And it was around the food court area. So more people were using the bank ATMs. I saw more people use that. Nobody was using this. So I just walked up. I'm not ATMs for me is not a big deal. If anything, peer-to-peer transactions are really the way to go. But people really want to push the ATM thing. So let me go on and show you what else I have here. Let me see here. Next photo. So here's what it looks like when you walk up to it, and it's a touch screen. It's the ATM name is CoinMe. I've never heard of that. So, but if you notice right here, look at the price they have. So Bitcoin, all right, I'll zoom in a little bit. Look at that price. Look at the price of this Bitcoin that they're selling it for. They are already selling it for $9,000. So I looked at the price, and the current price was like 8,000 and something, 8,200. So it's basically a 10% markup. So they're doing a 10% markup. Believe it or not, a 10% markup is about $800. And if you add $800 to 8,200, that brought you up to 9,000 and something. So I don't know if anybody's going to be buying Bitcoin for $9,000 when right now it's at 82 or 81. So that's going to be a hard sell. I can see why no one's lining up to buy Bitcoins from this machine. If those are the typical fees for, if those are the typical fees, I don't think anybody's going to go there. And so I did click on it. I did push it to get it started. I want to see what the process was. And right away it says, please insert your ID into the scanner. So you have to literally insert your driver's license into the scanner. I don't know if you can see it here. It says, we do not accept paper identification cards at this time. Your license number will be your CoinMe wallet username. So you have to do some KYC in here right away. So there's nothing here. You have to have KYC in order to even. I'm assuming it looks like a way to cash out. So it's a two-way. It looks like it can be a way for you to get money and put in money, so to get Bitcoins. So that's that. Oh, that's it. So let's just go backwards and see what it See what it is. So there it is. That's Coin Me. It does have a camera. You can see the camera right here, right there. There's the camera. And so, what do I think about ATMs? I'm not very fond of ATMs. Um, they cost quite a bit of money to get them. I'm assuming they have to pay some kind of monthly rental cost for that space at the mall. And then they definitely have to charge you quite a bit and ask for your license and everything. When I started in this space, 2013, like ATMs were the rage, like RoboCoin. Anybody remember RoboCoin? Well, they're not around anymore, and they're not even doing ATMs anymore. So, anyways, wanted to share that with you, get you some ideas. Let's see what is this? Okay. All right, so let's go back to Jose Canseco here. All right, so let's move on to the next story. All right, next story, Bitcoin gold wallet scam nets 3 million in illicit earnings. Wow. So that's probably the count, maybe the final count. I'm hoping that's the final count, but that's a lot of money just because of a fork. So that many people lost that many money. I wonder how much that is. Well, there. Let's see. I think there was Bitcoin, Ethereum. So a lot of people put in their mnemonic seed. Unfortunately, there you go. Here's what it looks like here. So it says at least 30,000 in Ethereum, 72,000 in Litecoin, and 107,000 in Bitcoin gold. All right, and more than 3 million in Bitcoins were confiscated during the self-reported numbers verified by CoinDesk. So $300,000 worth of Ethereum, $72,000 worth of Litecoin, $107,000 worth of Bitcoin gold, but $3 million worth of Bitcoin. So was it worth getting your Bitcoin gold? Was it worth the was this hard fork worth it? I don't think so. I think if people had to choose, if they could choose now, they would never, never want this hard fork ever to happen. And unfortunately, the site did. Uh, you know, this says a lot here. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people that got hurt from this. So forks are not something people should tout and say this is great. If you don't like forks, then give me your fork coins. I mean, that's the wrong message you want to put out. If you're gonna fork, make sure you do a clean fork. Make sure you have a responsible team that can address this situation. A lot of people who unfortunately lost a lot of Bitcoin, and I know it hurts. It's got to hurt right now. So let me see. What are the responses from the Bitcoin team or Bitcoin Gold team? Well, they said they're going to look into it and they're going to investigate, but nobody seems to know how they're going to investigate. So sad story. Sad story. I know the team Bitcoin Gold had some good intentions with it, but the results were disastrous. Disastrous. There's some people that uh, other YouTubers that I had on this show and I interviewed seem to have lost their Bitcoins doing this, using my Bitcoin Gold wallet, my BTG wallet. So, ouch. This has got to hurt. All right, so here's an article from Bitcoin.com. I want to share with you. Deep Web Roundup, Alphabay suspect dies. Another suspicious Alphabay suspect kills himself. while being detained. I'm beginning to think that these people didn't commit suicide, but have chosen to enter into witness protection program to spill all the beans, and therefore they had to fake their death because too many people are killing themselves while in custody. This is not, um, this is not something you normally see here. Hardcore people get arrested for things all the time, and they go to trial. They don't kill themselves. So something's going on here. So let's see what's going on. All right. So it seems during the holidays, you want to keep the drugs flowing to keep everyone happy. So you don't want to be DDoSing each other, right? So the dark markets have agreed not to DDoS each other. They've agreed to, cease fire and let the markets go because it's bad for business. All right, it's good to know that. Good to know that. Here's another one. Another week, another Tor browser update. Well, I don't know if that has any. I guess it has to do something with the dark markets. I mean, a lot of people use Tor to enter into the illicit markets over the internet, and guess what? People are using to purchase contrabands of sorts, whatever it be, if it's a Bible or if it's heroin. They typically use Tor, and Bitcoin's the currency of the darknet market. Alphabay claims more victims. This is supposedly Peter the Great, also known, or that's Peter the Great. Let me see. Um, Let me see here. Former Alphabay mod Trappy, aka Ronald L. Wheeler the third, 24-year-old from Illinois, has been charged with access fraud, and then also, let's see, also a Theodore Vitaly Kaliborod, apparently also known as apparently Peter the Great, I believe, it says here, committed suicide. Let me see here. Suspected fentanyl vendor Theodore Vitaly Kaliborod has followed suit. The South Carolina man who went by the name Peter the Great on Alphabay was found dead on November 6th. Now, this is just so much coincidence. Alexander Craze found dead in a Thai prison. Theodore Kaliborod found dead after being detained. I believe that they have spilled the beans and have gone into witness protection program. This many dead people while in custody is just too much. Too much. Even for the darknet market, just too much. Like Ross Ulbricht didn't commit suicide, and he's gotten a life sentence. So something's going on. People are spilling the beans. Anyways, let's go here. Should have used Monero. I don't know. Monero's gone up in price recently. Let me see. CoinPouch hacked millions of, I don't know what kind of coins, Verge coins missing. So here's a, you can't make this stuff up. It's very important to note that it was most likely a node that was set up to process Verge as connected to CoinPouch that was hacked. This does not mean Verge was hacked, nor does it mean CoinPouch was hacked. Well, if something goes missing and nobody knows what's going on, I think somebody got hacked. To blame it on nodes, I don't know. So there you go. Interesting article, fun to read. Love these kind of stories. Really enjoyed reading this one. I'm sure this is something you're probably going to read all the way through. Good information. Comedy gold, everybody. Comedy gold. All right. So last here, And before I do that, let's go take a look at this here. All right, this is Bitfinex wallet. All right. Um, Let me see here. It's right now the balance in US dollars is $1 billion. It has over 131,000 Bitcoins. This is a cold wallet, a known cold wallet. And you can see right here that it is now, you could see the trend in the chart here. So the blue is the Bitcoin balance. And right around this time, right about here, this is when this is basically when hey Hiroja, I just saw you in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, this is that death of Peter the Great, very suspicious. I do agree. All right, Andre Barnwell. Hey James Bond. Off topic. What are your predictions if or when net neutrality happens? What will happen with cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and web wallets and web exchanges? Um, I'm assuming if net neutrality happens, or maybe it will, maybe it won't. Hopefully, the internet will stay free. But if it doesn't, for whatever reason, that is a concern because they can throttle down your speed, and that's probably why it's so important to have um, block size to be low as possible, at least for Bitcoin. Block size to be low, have your blockchain not to be so congested and so bloated. That's going to be an issue. So that's very important. And I think that's kind of the reason why a lot of the development team have taken the time and consideration to be thoughtful about this. Just just in case you have that kind of issue. Um, is it a threat? I think it is a threat, especially for miners who are often using the internet. I do see it as a problem. It could be a way to meter the internet, and I think I definitely don't like it. I know that's for sure. I like getting as much high speed internet as possible, so I could watch all my good porn. So if something does happen where the ISPs can demand money from whoever uh, to get access to their customer base, that's I think that's a problem. It could be a huge problem. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully there's enough people who care. But yes, it's something to be concerned about because if it's internet speed is important, and developing for the lowest speed, I guess is what you can say, the ability to transact with the lowest speed. That's going to be important because you can milk. Imagine trying to milk the Ethereum Foundation for money, shake them down, because if they don't, then they can't get access to their users. Users can't transact on the Ethereum network. Same thing for Bitcoin Cash, Ripple. I mean, you name it. ISPs can just shake people down, along with the miners. Hey, how you doing, Q bro? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live chat. How Q bro? So how does the death of Charlie Mason fit into the equation? Did he die? Oh my goodness, it's been a long time. I didn't realize he passed away. So, anyways, I don't know if that fits into the equation or not. But here is what you're seeing here is I think right about here. at this point right here is when you're having Wells Fargo banking issues, and you can see that the Bitcoin balance were going down because people were moving their Bitcoins off the exchange because they couldn't get cash withdrawals. And you see that the red part right here, that their balance in US dollars was kind of, well, not going anywhere. It was kind of steady, but it was going down kind of oddly enough. Looks like they were getting some withdrawals, probably just in Thailand. But whatever they came up with, hey, Andy Anderson, happy Thanksgiving to you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. So whatever they had going on here, they figured something out. And this is when Bitcoin and especially their US dollar balance all of a sudden were going up, especially their US dollar balance. Look at this. And eventually it crossed over right here recently around November. Now it's peaked and it's kind of crashing down. Let's see what it is. At its peak, it was over 187,000 Bitcoins with over $1.2 billion worth in US dollars worth balance. Now it's going down. The value of Bitcoin has been going up. So I think this is a value of their Bitcoin balance, not actually US dollars that they have. I apologize. So this is kind of what it is. And you can see the price of Bitcoin going up. And it looks like they're having also a lot of Bitcoins on the exchange, but it may be flipping over because now they got less Bitcoin, but more value. So this is something to be quite concerned about. This is scary. Okay, so this is just a chart, but what I really wanted to show you was down here. Oh my goodness, look at this. All right. Look at all these withdrawals out of their cold wallet. Look at all these withdrawals. Now this happened on the 21st, which is almost 2-3 days ago, since people have been really talking about Tether and the Tether hack that has been happening. I think what you're witnessing is one of two things. So the first thing is probably the obvious, a run on the exchange. People are taking their tethers, whatever tethers they have, and they're dumping their tethers and getting their Bitcoin. And they're withdrawing their Bitcoin. They don't trust the fact that Tether is solvent, or even Bitfinex is solvent. There's a lot of fear in the market right now with Bitfinex, and you could see that from their cold wallet being withdrawn. Because if you look previously, anything before the 21st, you see a mix. You see people depositing, you see withdrawals, and the withdrawals are probably going into their hot wallet. So people are getting, as they're requesting their payments, their Bitcoin withdrawals, it's getting done, and then people are coming back in to the exchange, depositing into it. So you see a little mix here. You see a little mix. You see like a lot of deposits and one big withdrawal, and you see a lot of deposits, and then they start going back and forth, and all of a sudden, look at this. Look how many withdrawals they are. It's ridiculous. Like 2,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 4,000, 1,000, 3,000, 200, 3,000, 1,200. So that's a lot of consecutive withdrawals in the past 2 days, and very little deposits here. Actually, none. So this is quite concerning. So if you check this out, if you're trading on Bitfinex, to see this run, you may want to consider dumping whatever you got on there, whatever tether you got on there, and pulling it. I'm already hearing withdrawal delays for Bitcoin and Bitcoin, whatever they have, Bitcoin Cash, whatever they have. I think IOTA. I'm hearing a lot of different things. I can't confirm or deny them, but this is what I'm hearing. And so this brings me back to this article here. So questions mount as Bitfinex stays silent in the wake of the Tether hack. Now, supposedly they made an announcement that they have their banking back, supposedly. A tweet noting how pleased they are to announce BTC and Euro trading, but that was obviously overshadowed by the hack. This is very informative, this particular article. Untethered, Goxed, and Bitfinex. Let's go read some of the tweets that have come out from Bitfinex. Bitfinex is solvent, and both fiat and crypto withdrawals are functioning as normal. We are seeing increased FUD, which we believe is a coordinated attack to create a market disrupting event. This is November 19th. So far, the market disrupting event hasn't really happened because the price has gone up. My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Welcome back. Welcome back. And yes, Andy Anderson, you did good by pulling out of the exchanges because you definitely want to own your private keys. The holidays, I think, are the worst time to have your money on the exchanges because, first of all, you're on holiday and you may not have access to them. And second, the exchanges something might happen during the holidays. It always seems to happen on the holidays when you're most likely not expecting anything to happen. So the part 2 of is always ask for evidence before drawing conclusions. We are grateful to those who have defended against these reckless allegations. A formal announcement is forthcoming. So far, according to the article here, their deposits and withdrawals, well, their deposits seem to be working, but their withdrawals aren't quite working as normal, according to the article. That's what it says. And then it talks about actual the banking that they have. So apparently they got some new banking relations here. Let's see where the banking relation is. Well, first of all, it talks about it's all coming out in a wash part right here. Things that are being brought up that the author has concerns. 1, 2, 3, and it looks like 1, 2, and 3. Why? Right here. Why has Bitfinex unwilling to reveal anything about the 2016 hack of 120 bitcoins, or even the hack of 2015 of 1,500 bitcoins? So they haven't really revealed too much other than the talk on whale pool. Hey, how you doing, Dual Overhead Camness? I was wondering when you were going to come in. Oh goodness, Andy Anderson, you're going to put all your 40 bitcoins into BitConnect. Well, give it about 3 years and you'll be a billionaire, supposedly. Number 2 here. Why doesn't Bitfinex reveal its current banking arrangements or where its money is stored? Well, they kind of do a little bit. We'll get into it. And 3, where is the promised audit that will assuage Tether's doubters once and for all? I don't know if that's a sauce usage. I don't know how to say that, but anyways, the company did produce a financial statement in September, but it failed to prove that each Tether is backed by a US dollar. So there's still a lot of questions remaining. Nathan Poplar, New York Times writer Nathan Poplar, is also working on this story. And this is a tweet that he has. And I think this is a very interesting tweet. If you haven't already read his article or are following him, I'll read it. 1 point, that didn't fit in the story. After getting hacked in 2016, Bitfinex said it gave every customer a 36% haircut to cover losses. But at least one customer, Coinbase, got a better deal after threatening to sue, multiple sources told me. So the fact that Coinbase has an account on Bitfinex is very alarming. Hey, Richie Rich, good to see you. The fact that Coinbase has an account with Bitfinex is alarming, and the fact that they may have negotiated um, a haircut is alarming as well. That would mean that the bitcoins that you think you had on Coinbase, well, some of those bitcoins were on Bitfinex, and if Bitfinex gave them a haircut, what does that mean for you? That means for you, you may not have all your bitcoins if you did a run on Coinbase. So if you did a run on Coinbase and withdrew your bitcoins, they may not have enough bitcoins. This is alarming because there may be a chance that a lot of these exchanges and these custodial companies that hold your Bitcoin, they may not have your Bitcoin. So please control your Bitcoin, own your private keys. And you know, my my concern is there's a lot of things that happen during the holidays. And why not? You're happy, you're busy. If for some reason a market collapsed or an exchange collapsed or your bitcoins aren't available during the holidays, there's nothing you can do. What can you do? Very alarming. Let me see. Laughing all the way to the bank. So apparently, Bitfinex has partnered with a Polish bank. So that's why you can do Bitcoin to Euro trading and maybe make deposits and withdrawals. Bank, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Some bank, Poloski Spodlisnacki. I can't even say it. Also home of CEXIO, SEXIO, under the name of crypto sp.zo.o. All right, and this is very interesting here. The director of Bank Polos, this long name right here, is Molina Lee Ivan Manuel, Manuel, who is also the director of numerous Panamanian shell companies. All right, so this is getting juicier by the minute. So here's some information, and apparently, the main person. Let me see here. It says the director of Crypto Capital Corp. With a quick Google, reveals a string of red flags amidst users' concern over missing money and shady business practices. Perform a company search for crypto sp.zo.o, Bitfinex European banking name, and this comes up. Apparently, this comes up, and 99% of this company is owned by Crypto Capital Corporation, which is the main director is Molina Lee Ivan Manuel. So this is very interesting stuff. All I can say is thank goodness I don't have any more Bitcoins with Bitfinex. This is getting scarier and scarier by the moment. I don't know. You all let me think. You all tell me what you think. I mean, do you think it's safe to have your coins on Bitfinex right now, trading away? I personally don't. So I control my private keys. I've learned the hard way with Mt. Gox. I've also learned the hard way watching all the exchanges, Bitstamp, even Huobi, and Bitfinex the first time, the second time, and now looks like almost the third time with Tether. It's getting ugly and very dangerous out there. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, and also the fact that Trayvon James and sorry for the brightness here. I'm going to the meme. I'm going to the original meme. Even with Trayvon James and Craig Grant supposedly getting hacked, and I think also Nick, uh, Crypto Nick, also getting hacked. I'm suspicious about them being hacked, but the fact that it could happen, I mean, be careful what you wish for, and be careful what you ask for, because it may happen. So control your private keys, people. Own your wallet, own your private keys. People did get hacked with the Bitgold, my Bitgold, my BTG wallet. So people did get hacked. That's just the way I pronounce it. What's it? How you doing, Patrick? I knew if I keep mispronouncing it, you would come out and tell me. Bitfinex, Bitfinex. Is that how you say it? Oh, 21 million. You're telling me Trayvon James didn't get hacked? Are you telling me he's an actor and he's a comedian, or how would I say it? He's a commode. He's a commodian. Supposedly he's a comedian, but I don't think he's very funny. So he's a commode. He's a commodian. So yeah. So I have to admit there's something wrong. There's something going on. I mean, there's a lot of things that just don't make sense, and unfortunately, in some of the developed nations, first world countries, it's around the holiday season. I know some countries don't celebrate as much, but here in the U.S., I think there's a lot of money involved. I mean, the fact that Coinbase had an account at Bitfinex scares me. I mean, they're putting your money at risk. Hopefully, they don't anymore. Hopefully, they're trading from their own exchange on GDAX. But the fact that they were ever involved with Bitfinex and risking your Bitcoin, it's scary. Anyways, let's go over and do a quick look at the fees. Let me see here. What are we going to look at? Let's look at some social networking. Let's see what coin is being pumped and what coin is being pumped right now. Oh, you thought, Patrick, you think Bitfinex sounds a lot better because they always come back from the hacks? That is hilarious. That's funny. So let's see what's going on. Let's have a look at the titles anyway. Let's have a look at the trending. Let me go to the beginning here. Oh, this is the beginning. Okay. Oh, there we go. Mona coin? Really? Mona coin is trending? You got to be kidding me. Mona coin? That's still the same tweet I saw. Okay. Um, Bytecoin. Let me see. What's going on with Bytecoin? Bytecoin. Looks like a mobile wallet for Android graduates to version 1.1. All right, so that's a tweet that's everyone's passing around, their mobile wallets. And then Lisk. Oh, they just have a meetup. That's what's going around. Dogecoin. I wonder if Dogecoin is pumping. I've seen some videos people are making about Dogecoin. From my point of view, Dogecoin is the real Bcash. Doge is still useful in business, has lower prices, lower fees. All right, this is mostly coming from Twitter. Zencash, well, Zcash was pumped. Why not Zencash now? They got to keep up. Siacoin, the possibilities are endless, but at least I'm not the only one. Okay, another Siacoin tweet. Oh, that's on Reddit. So this was on Reddit. There's a tweet about Siacoin. What does Siacoin have to say? 106.9 terabytes, 3.1 petabytes of storage utilized on the Siacoin network. This is almost 10 terabytes more than October. So it looks like a lot of people are mining. So that's what's going on. What else is Funfair? I don't even know what that is. Okay. It says that there's a tweet here. Solid uptrend is the tweet. Bot Fun BTC base has held its monthly lows and US dollar in solid uptrend as well. People will tweet out anything. Binance coin. Binance, isn't that the exchange? They got a coin as well. Binance adds Neo to USDT, Neo to Tether. I don't think that's a really good idea right now, but let the Neo people be a bag holder of Tether as well. Neo and Binance. So they got a Neo and Binance coin pair as well as a Neo and Tether coin. That's really bad, actually. Oh goodness. Okay, that's so much for the trending coins on the header there. All right, so let's take a look at the 24-hour volume change and see what's going on here. Now the top 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have 1,000. I could almost go up down to 6 with Ripple. These coins here, they probably won't make much of a difference on the volume. Although Monero here, it's actually has quite a bit of social volume movement in the last 24 hours, and the price has hit an all-time high. So I guess that's the reason why everyone's talking about it. Bitcoin Cash has an increase because the price has moved up about 15 to 20%. So let's see here. What other pump and dump do we have? BitConnect. So a lot of people pumping BitConnect here. Actually, it's actually got a 59% increase in social volume. Lisk seems to have a negative. It seems to be a lot of dumping going on. It has a negative. It has a positive social volume, meaning that there's a lot of chatter, but it looks like the price is going down. All right, so here is Dogecoin. Look at that, 122% increase. It was looks like it was maybe at 150 in the social rankings. Now it's at 304, and so it has a 35% increase in the price. So there's a nice pump for you. A lot of people are tweeting and redditing. What's another coin? Steam looks like it's had an increase, but it has a negative impact on the price. So it looks like the pump is over, and people are still tweaking out, steaming out some good news about it just to get people into becoming a bag holder. Here's that Saya coin right here. A lot of increase, 103% increase with the 9% increase in price. So I mean, there's a really a strong correlation between the increase in the social volume and also increase in the price as well. So I guess you could say it might be start of a pump. So if you see an increase, a high increase like this, it's at a starting. You can look at the chart right here and see what it is. Hey, Flapping Plemis, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat there. And Mona Coin. Here's the fun fair they're talking about. Let's have a look. Zencash. There you go. And you know what? If you time this right, if you use this site, because remember, most of these tokens have no value whatsoever, right? And they don't make a product. They don't offer a service. The only way you can move the price is through social engineering. And so if you watch this, you can kind of see it start. And if you're savvy enough to time the trade, you could probably make a lot of money and not get sucked in, right? Not get sucked in and become a bag holder. And if you know how to time it right, you can get out and realize the dump is coming after this. So if you watch the social volume, that may help you. What's this? Scenario AMP 300%, but not much movement in price. It looks like it's starting. Looks like it's just starting. It's moved. It's on the bottom 54 ranking. Look at this. Social ranking is at 26, so it doesn't take too much to start pumping these things. All right, so let's just go over that real quick. And all right, just wanted to check that out. Let's go over live. Let's check the markets real quick. Well, I'm kind of curious to see how the prices are doing before I go into my chart analysis. I'm going on to livewatch.com. Go in there because there is no BitConnect to be seen. Wow, if you go through this, look at the 7-day. If you go through the 7-day, most of these coins have done really well in the past 7 days. I have it right here, 7-day right here. Bitcoin, 25%. Ethereum, 15%. Bitcoin Cash, not much. In the last 24 hours, it's pumped 20%, but for the 7 day, it's only at 6%. Much to talk about, really. Dash is on Dash is killing it, 36% for 7 days. You know, there's people in the stock markets, bond markets, and traditional markets that get a hard on. They get boners if they get 30% in a year. You're getting like 30% in 7 days. This is amazing. You gotta love this market. I'm not an altcoin trader. I just hold Bitcoin because I trade peer to peer for the most part, and so I don't trade on exchanges, and my signals don't come to me on charts per se. I get signals coming from people who buy and sell to me, and that's how I kind of have somewhat of a inside information on the market versus people who just look at charts all day or whatever. They go into a pump and dump boiler room with a group of people and decide to pump a coin. All coins are like that. Bitcoin, you can't do so much. That's why I trade Bitcoin, because you can't just get together and say, hey, all right, you all buy some Bitcoin, and then when I say dump it, that's when you start dumping. You know, you can't do that. It's hard. You can't pump it. You can't really pump it either all that much. Oh, I guess you can, but it's a different scenario with altcoins that have very low volume. But man, let's have a look. Dash at 36% for the week. Litecoin at 16% for the week. Monero at also 32% for the week. These are awesome returns. IOTA, the token, but it's gotten a 58% for the week. I mean, when you talk about on a week, can you hold on to a coin for 7 days? If I told you, if you hold on to a coin for 7 days and you'll get a 50% return, you think you can do it? The problem is most people can't, and that's the problem. Most people are only like 1 hour or 2 hours, maybe 3 hour traders in these altcoins. Look at Neo. In 7 days, a 25% return. Let me see here. What else? Qtum, 22% return. Lisk, 29%. EOS, even EOS, 26%. Zcash, 15%. What else? Stellar. Oh my God, even Stellar. Stellar is like moving right now. 7 day, 31%. Populous. I mean, even Populous in 7 days is getting 26%. Stratus, 20%. Oh, here's a nice one. This is probably why everyone was talking about Power Ledger a couple days ago. Power Ledger, 225%. My gosh. That is crazy. Our Ardor, I don't even know how to say it. Ardor is at 25%. Augur hasn't even done anything. You just talk about it. You know, I don't even know if they have a working site. Maybe they do. They're supposed to be a prediction platform. 36% for the week. Bitcoin, 30%. I doubt a lot of people actually even hold on to many coins. That's the other thing. It's not like if you look at the volume. Let me see. Some of the volumes are only barely a million, a few million. That's the problem with these altcoins is you can't scale your profits. Like, okay, I bought it for $20, and now I made $100. That's wonderful. Try buying it for $2 million and try to make $50 million. You just can't do it. You know. So yes, margins are really good, but you can't scale your profits. You know, that's the problem with these smaller altcoins. You can't scale your profits. Wow, Dogecoin in 1 week, 71%. That's probably why people are talking about it right now, trying to get that pump going. Which is good news because I think I own like 840, about 840 Doge. Although I think when I got them, they were worth more than what it is now. But for the week, it's pumping 68% now. Veritasium, 34%. Oh my gosh. Hey, Olaf Husky, how you doing? So, you know, if you're into crypto, you got to trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, plus 1 day when you reach on leap year. If you can make returns like this every week, imagine it's possible without getting involved in a Ponzi. You can actually trade your way to become a billionaire. It's possible. Only if you're good enough, though. Only if you're good enough. So I mean, look, if you just what's today? Okay, today. Well, technically I started Wednesday, but it just turned to Thursday. But check this out: if you bought any of these coins last week, Wednesday, and you just held on to them, you would be making these mad gains right now. I wonder how many of you are actually holding. Yes, one Doge is still one Doge. I understand. Yes, Heroja, Shive Space, Odyssey Network, one Doge is just one Doge. Well, you know, some people say they're into getting Satoshis, but you gotta keep in mind, like, I think all the new people that are coming in, Qbro, all the new people are coming in. I'm sorry, my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. You say all about getting more Satoshis. And you're right, it should be. I bet you if there was a way, I think I'm going to try to find another listing site that shows the Bitcoin gain or loss for the year or 7 days. I looked at some of these charts, and although they're gaining like 20, 40, 200, 300% for the year, if you compared it against Bitcoin, they've either broke even or they've underperformed Bitcoin. A matter of fact, if you took your Bitcoin and you bought some of these coins, you would either A, have the same amount of Bitcoin, or B, you would end up with less Bitcoin. Some of them, not all of them, but a great majority of them are that way. Either you didn't make any Bitcoin, or you ended up with less Bitcoin. I've looked at some of these. So let's go. Monacoin, 24%. I don't know what this is right here. What is this? At Eternity. There's a coin called Eternity. For the week, just last Wednesday, if you bought this, you would have made 94%. The volume is only in millions, but hey, if you bought $100, you would have made $10. All right, good for you. No, actually, I'm sorry. If you bought $100, you would have made another $100. You would have ended up with $200. But you can't look at the volume. The volume, 24-hour volume, is only like 1.5 million. So you can't scale your profits. You can't take $10,000 of this and turn it into another $10,000 in a week. It just doesn't happen that way. You would be the loser. You'd be the whale that everybody feeds on, and you wouldn't make it out alive, unfortunately. Let me see another Saya coin. Here's Saya coin that is at 24%. So interesting. So for the week, I think overall the market's done well as far as fiat term. But it'll be interesting to see how they fared with Bitcoin, and probably they didn't fare that well. They probably maybe you could have made just a little bit more Bitcoin, but why would you risk it? For why would you risk your Bitcoin? Because your Bitcoin is made. First of all, your Bitcoin has a lot more liquidity. A lot more liquidity. You don't need to use an exchange to cash out. You can actually use, okay, let's say there is no more liquidity with Bitcoin. Well, buy something else. You can go to the dark market and buy whatever drugs, heroin, cocaine, meth, and those things seem to have a very high street value, a little bit dangerous to sell, but hey, or maybe you can use those drugs. Maybe you're a drug user, you know? As a matter of fact, if you bought like 10 Bitcoins at the beginning of the year and you still have those 10 Bitcoins, my goodness, you could have a really, really, really big cocaine party right now. So anyways, that was fun. That was fun looking at that. I love these numbers and they move around. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's go to the Bitcoin fees. Earn. Let's see where the fees are. All right, excellent here. Sorry for the moment of silence. It's just got to give it time to load. All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, the mempool for the 1 to 10 Satoshi bytes looks like it's still there. It's creeping up a little bit, so there must be some more transactions going on. Maybe I'm not sure. Either people are getting all their party drugs, or people are sending all their money back home. People are putting bets on the Thanksgiving football game. Whatever. There's something going on. There's a lot of transactions, and I think, or maybe even Black Friday. After all, my show is called #Black Friday, and the video theme for my video is the movie Friday. So it looks like anything over 60 satoshis, 70 over 70 satoshis, you'll be. It looks like it is taking a long time. Where's everybody? Everybody's doing it at 170 satoshis on average. Let's see what the fastest. 300. People are still doing 300. I think they're overpaying. They're definitely overpaying. I think if you do 100, if you do 110 or anything over 100, I think anything over 70. If you do anything over 70, you're probably okay of getting your transactions in the block. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check something else. Transactions they seem to be going up. So 300 satoshis per byte seems to be the average, the fastest and cheapest transaction. I think you're overpaying. And 67,800 satoshis for the fee. I think that might be too much. Let me check. Let me check this Johos. This was. Let me go back here. This is Johos mempool statistics. This one is Johos mempool statistics. The previous one, I'll go back to it real quick. Is a Bitcoin fees, bitcoinfees.earn.com. Let me scroll up here. It used to be 21.co. They made the Tato. They made a little node. Anyways, they rebranded to Earn. So even if you put Bitcoin 21. Bitcoinfees.21.co, it'll redirect you to bitcoinfees.earn.com. I'll take you to this site right here. That's what this is. That's to answer your question, Patrick. Hey, Neo Geo. Welcome to the chat. All right, so let's look at the mempool. Looks like it is growing. So something's happening. I don't know what's going on. Are people making their bets for the football game? Are they buying their party drugs? Are they sending money to their loved ones? Are they buying Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving gifts? Is it Black Friday already? Are people getting ready for the holidays? Or is everyone just cashing out of their Bitfinex tokens? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe you all know. I did have a lot of people buy, not a lot, but I had people buy a somewhat decent quantity of Bitcoins from me before Thanksgiving. Maybe they're out there. Oh, okay. How about this one? How about this one? They're getting stolen credit card information ready for the holiday season. They're using they're buying credit card information to make stolen credit cards. How about that one? Maybe that's it. You all let me know. Or maybe they're gambling. They're at home and they're gambling. They're playing blackjack. They're rolling dice. You know, that's no. Well, I already said that. Making a bet on Thanksgiving football game. Obviously, it's getting used. It's getting used. So let's see where it's at right now. Where it's at the blue, 50 to 60 satoshis per byte is where it's at right now. Let me see. Am I right? Yeah. So right now, it looks like it's eating into the 50 to 60 satoshis per byte range. So if you did anything over that, like 60 to 80, 80 to 100, you'll probably have your transactions in the mempool or in the next block. I don't think it's Bcash spam because if you look down here, you see that the 0 to 5 megabytes, it's still here. It has not gone away at all. Matter of fact, let's have a look here as far as fees. Yeah, the fee part, it hasn't gone away. This part right here, that's supposedly the spam. It's been there for like over 2 weeks now. My goodness. but you could see what it looks like as far as the mempool size. It was kind of being eaten right here a little bit, but then it just grew back. So yeah, that this 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 blue portion has been here for a long time. And it's growing. Anyways, Olaf Hosky, you're saying they're buying they're buying tickets to go to Thailand for ladyboys. Yeah, for the holidays, why not? They get a week off and they end up going to Thailand for some ladyboys. All right, let me do a chart analysis. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin now. All right, let's go to the weekly. This thing just keeps going up. It never wants to stop going up. What's the deal with this? All right, let's check it out here. Gonna do my typical top trend line from 2013. God, that thing looks. When when you look at this, when you look at that, I mean, it's look at this candlestick right here. Look how big this candlestick is. Like this green candlestick right here to push over this trend line and to go up. I mean, you've got, for goodness sakes, Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco knows that it's going to go to 10,000. So if Jose Canseco knows it's going to go to 10,000, I mean, I think the gig is up. Everyone knows it's going to 10,000. It's just going to keep going. I mean, I heard also like Novogratz is calling 10,000, and some other people are calling 11,500, and some people are upping it too. They're saying 14,000. I mean, my short term, and I'm if you heard me on the interview with Crust the Street, I said my short term is 10,000. That's just the short term. My long term target price is actually $21,000, somewhere around 21. It'd probably be over that, most likely. So that's going to be awesome when it actually hits 21,000. All right. So let's go into the chart here. Let's just see what I can read. It's the top, some bottoms, more tops and bottoms. I'm real easy and simple. I mean, I don't use strange indicators. Like the two things I use most. Well, there's three things that I use most. First and foremost, I use the price as an indicator. I just look at the price, like where was it in the past and where is it now. That's the first thing that anybody should do when you're looking at a chart. Is like look at the price. Obviously, if you look at this, it's going up, so the trend is going up. It's kind of like a no-brainer. The second thing I do is I draw lines, trend lines, simple trend lines. That's all it is. And then the third thing is just the average, the moving average. I use Bitcoin Wisdom, and it's already on here. I just have to add the lines. And then the last thing I do, the very last thing I do, is I just look at, I use another oscillator, whether it be the RSI, the MACD, or whatever oscillator or indicator that there is. Volume could be also another thing, but volume is not too much. But RSI is like the last of the options that I look at. But the first thing I look at is the price. Then my trend lines, and then the moving average. And that's about it. That's all I really look at. I mean, some people make it more complicated. They put fib lines. They put like these fib lines in here. They do all sorts of weird stuff, and you know what's funny is like you try to justify these things, you know, and sometimes there's nothing to justify. I mean, if you're looking for a reason, you'll find it. Other people use this thing, which, you know, it does work if you're, again, if you're looking for it. If you're looking for a reason, you know, sure, there you go. There's a reason, but I just can't make any sense of it. That's why I never use them. 21 million. That's hilarious. 21 million says it's going to 10,000. It's at the moron level. So the moron level is at 10,000. So any moron could go out and buy Bitcoin, and the price will go out to 10,000 from now. Yeah, that's how, if Jose Canseco is involved, yes, that is the case. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Let's just have a look at this. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Maybe I can do something on the 1 hour, because I'm seeing a lot of movements in the 1 hour, and so there may be something here that I can look at. The problem is when there's not a lot of volume and it starts moving like this, and you have to go into a smaller time frame to dissect it. It can, like, out of nowhere, you can get a large volume and the price can just start moving on you. All right, so let's just on an hourly, because the volume movement is so low, I can probably do something on an hour now. There you go. It's just a simple line right here, and there you go. That's pretty much it. It looks like it's trending up. It's making lower lows, or I'm sorry, higher lows, higher low, and a higher low. And on an hourly, you could see that it's the average. It's just pushing up higher. It's not crossing over the short-term average is not crossing over the long-term moving average, and it's staying above it. And it looks like it just wants to break through. The price action looks like it wants to break through on an hourly, but it is low volume. When you get low volume, you can zoom into an hourly. I think what's going to happen is when, I don't know, something's going to happen, people come back from Thanksgiving, maybe Black Friday, whatever, then you're going to get a large volume, and then the thing's going to look like it just took a big dump or went to the moon or something. So, but there's my take on a short, very short hourly time frame. And let me move all this. Probably won't mean anything as I pull back. All right, so this is the pull back here, and there's not really much to look at here. I mean, other than there's a dip right here, thing here other than the prices moving upwards and following this short-term trend line, or I'm sorry, this short-term moving average. So when I see that, it just makes sense that it's going to go up, and it just has to break the current new all-time high. It just has to break this new all-time high, which is not that far. It's really not that far away. It wouldn't take much effort to just break up. RSI. If you look at the RSI, remember, this is the RSI, these other oscillators, these other things. That's the last thing I look at. I look at the price. I look at my trend lines that I drew up, and then I look at the averages, the moving averages. And based on that, what does it initially tell me? It tells me the price is going up. And then I'll look at the RSI. And even though the RSI is exhausted, it looks like it's exhausted. Like at the 70 area, and typically, if it, the I guess misconception or the common conception is that if the RSI hits 70, it's overbought, so expect the price to go down. I'm not sure that's true. I used to think that, and I would always put like a short when it hits 70, but I was like wrong like 9 out of 1,000 times. And so I've learned that the RSI is more of an indication of how strong that movement is. The more that the more it's above 50 and hitting that 70, the movement of price is stronger towards the upside. And the same thing when it goes down, when it's closer down to the 30 line. Let's see if I can back up, like right here. If it's closer down to 30, it just means there's a stronger momentum for the price to move downwards when it's in that, the RSI is in that range. So don't try to time the RSI. It's a horrible idea. All right, so let's have a look at the 1 day. And the 1 day is showing the same thing, and in fact, it's hasn't other than right here, which looks like it just was a correction, and then the price upwards. It looks the same thing. As long as the price is above this average, there's really a good chance it'll just continue to go up. Hey, all right. See you later, Hiroja. Have a good one. I'm on a 3-day, and there is a gap showing right here. There is a small gap, but there's been a small gap showing here and here. The gap is increasing. It doesn't mean it'll correct. It just means it's increasing, meaning that the spot price is pushing higher than the average. At some point, it has to probably come back to the moving average because that's what it's been doing on the 3-day. So that's just something to watch out for. But I've been watching for the last 3 days, and the price just keeps making newer highs incrementally, but it's making newer and newer highs, which is always good. That is very bullish. And my weekly, there's a huge, well, it's been this way for a while, but the average line is getting closer and closer, higher and higher all the time as the price moves higher. There is a gap right here, and it doesn't mean it'll go down, but at some point, when the spot price moves way faster than the average, it usually comes back to some kind of mean, back to the average or mean, which is average. Yeah, I've been hearing about institutional FOMO with the markets, like institutional markets starting to get involved in Bitcoin, and they're looking at these insane returns. Like, let me just go to Coin Market Cap, not Coin Market Cap, Live Coin Watch. Again, just one more time, just to show just a week returns. 1 week is like a year for traditional markets. Getting like 10% or even 30% in a year is like awesome. And if you look at cryptocurrencies and the way these price moves, it's like just Bitcoin alone, the last 7 days is 25%. All right, Dash is at 36, and these are actually very high volume. Well, high volume for cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin being over 2 billion in volume, Ethereum being at 782 million in volume, and that's 14% in a week. Bcash, in the last 24 hours, it was 22%, but over the week, it's only been 8%. But even then, Bcash has a $2 billion trading volume. Just institutional trading or just big money trading. This could be a market for them. It's more of an emerging market to institutional investors. For us, it's like a way of life. At least for me. IOTA. I mean, when professional traders get involved, they could trade anything. They trade like dirt. If they could, if it's on an electronic exchange, they'll trade dirt. All they have to do is look at, all they do is just look at this and do somewhat essentially what I do and what you do. We just look at charts and we just say, well, the price is going to go up or down, and essentially it's just a confirmation bias for the most part. We're all looking at the same thing, and we're just trying to figure out, okay, is my money going to be put in with your money, driving this price up to the point where we all make money? And that's essentially what I think cryptos mainly are. So there you go. That's the meme here. So, my thoughts and feeling about cryptocurrency, and especially Bitcoin. If people are so interested in trying to make quick money or fast money with these pyramids or Ponzi schemes, that they have to lie and deceive themselves, the biggest deception that I don't like is the fact that, with BitConnect, you need to go get Bitcoin to get involved in BitConnect. Now, what's ironic is if these people who actually bought Bitcoin and then got into BitConnect, instead not on the referrals, didn't make money on the referrals, but trying to make money on the loans or whatever nonsense, if you took that same amount and just held on to it, you would have probably made more money than you would if you had BitConnect. Matter of fact, if people are into Ponzi's and pyramids, let me try to explain it to this way. What if I told you BitConnect was or is the greatest pyramid Ponzi in the history of mankind, right? And you're on the bottom level floor. What if I pitched it to you like you're on the bottom level floor, and if you buy in now, you'll all become millionaires? Why don't we pitch like Bitcoin to these Ponzi pushers that way, so they don't have to get involved with BitConnect? They can just get involved with Bitcoin, so they'll just go ahead and pump Bitcoin. And here's the thing, everyone needs to buy in at some point with some amount. But the nice thing is if we can get these pyramid and Ponzi schemers to pump Bitcoin instead of BitConnect, I think there's a big incentive. Because if you bought one Bitcoin now, and one Bitcoin will eventually get to 20,000, 40,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million. And if we can get enough of these scammers who are somewhat talented in getting, unwitting fools to buy in, the only difference is, I think that you can, instead of getting losers, if you got into Bitcoin, we're all winners. So with Bitcoin is either you're all winners or you're all losers. Unlike a pyramid or traditional pyramid and a traditional Ponzi, where you got the top maybe 10 or 1% become winners, everybody else barely makes any money, and then the people underneath that break even, and then everybody else, to a certain sliding degree, or just everybody else loses money. Well, that's not a very fair system. You know, in my experience anyway, being involved in Bitcoin, if you want to think of Bitcoin as a Ponzi or a scheme, I'm just trying to communicate to people who are, uh, Ponzi pyramiders, multi-level marketers. You don't have to necessarily, try to work for anyone. You work for yourself. You enrich yourself, and if that's the talent that you have, well, uh, try Bitcoin out and try actually uh, getting other people involved, and at the same time have a vested interest to the point where you yourself own any Bitcoin, and you'll find that the value of your Bitcoin will increase the more people you get involved. And the people that you get involved, they'll benefit because they'll all make money as well. Now, I'm just pitching this to the Ponzi and pyramid schemers, but think about it. Either we're all winners or we're all losers. There's no, people can cash out at any time, but the people who've cashed out, they're missing out. They have lost out on making much more right now than they did when they cashed out. Right? When people cashed out at 200 and people cashed out at 300, when people cashed out at 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, we're at 8,000 right now. And on top of that, I mean, this is ridiculous too, but check out this ATM that I saw at the mall today, right? Coin Me. That's the ATM. There's nobody going to it, but look at the price. Look at the price that they're selling it for. That's the screen. I tapped on the screen, but look at what the price that they're selling their Bitcoin is at 9,000. So if you look at that market price, and that's the real world market price, if someone actually buys Bitcoin from there, we have $9,000 worth of Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is worth $9,000. So technically, we are already at $9,000. The exchange prices just need to catch up. Think about that. I mean, I would challenge everybody to go find an ATM and see what they're selling their Bitcoins for. This ATM is there for a reason, and somebody's buying it, or else it wouldn't be there. So if the physical world outside the exchange, people are buying Bitcoins for $9,000, then guess what the exchange price is going to be? It's going to be $9,000. And by then, this price will probably be $10,000. And people will still buy Bitcoins for $10,000. And the exchanges, again, they have to catch up. Eventually, it's going to get there. And 10,000, according to Jose Canseco, is moron level. Yes, everyone, please get ready with the memes. Get ready with the memes. Get ready with the memes. It's over 9,000. Get ready with the memes, everyone, because as soon as the exchanges hit 9,000, the memes are gonna just hit the internet. Like, it's gonna be spammed all over the place. It's gonna be hilarious. But look, the price of Bitcoin is $9,000. I mean, what more do I need to show you? This is, let me check it. Let's see what else. Unfortunately, this one needs your ID, which is kind of silly. So, and I couldn't believe I saw this at my local mall. Like, this wasn't there last time. So Bitcoins, they're starting to spread. They're starting to go mainstream, and maybe people won't be smart enough to realize you can get it for $8,200. And they'll just go ahead and buy, maybe just a couple $100 worth for 9,000. So I mean, it's not. At least they get something. So, anyways, let me go back to this. Let me go back to this. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Oh God. Have you all watched Friday? Maybe some of you do, some of you didn't. But you know, gotta love the memes. Igor. So why, Igor? You want to know why I'm using and I'm still using Windows XP? I'm using Windows XP because um, it's it works with my printer, and it works with some of the software that I still have that I don't want to pay for to upgrade. All right, and it's a part of this laptop because, well, this laptop is a tough book that I'm using. It used to cost over $2,000. Now I can buy this laptop with Windows XP on it for like 300 bucks, and it works with my printer, which only works on Windows XP, and all of the wonderful Photoshop and multimedia software that I still have. I haven't bought any new software, and because computers just keep upgrading, and for some reason I just don't want to spend the money, so that's why I'm still using Windows XP. Olaf, you want to see the local Bitcoins price? Okay, let's check out local Bitcoins. Let's check out local Bitcoins here. Hopefully, I won't go to a phishing site. Yes, Igor, I know it has security vulnerabilities, and you know, but the problem is, again, the newer Windows does not work with my printer or some of the photo shop software that I have. And this is so cheap, a throwaway computer. Like if this thing froze or died on me, I've got like 3 other ones just like this. Oh, Andre Barnwell, your favorite line is playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Oh goodness. I don't know why is this thing not going here. Let me close this. Let me try it on this one. Close some of these out. Maybe my computer's getting old. All right, so let's go to local Bitcoins here. Let's go to buy Bitcoins real quick. Looks like it's going to cash deposit. Cash deposit's the least expensive is 83,000. And then the most expensive is 87. 61. Let me see here. This is showing all offers. But that's about it. That's local Bitcoins. All right. So I'm going to conclude this episode here. It was fun talking with you guys. Olaf Hosky, Andre Barnwell, Igor, Goldabin, Yellow Fever for you. 21 Million Club, thanks for staying around and chatting. Neo Geo, as well as Dual Overhead Camness, Heroja Shibe, Space Odyssey Network, thanks for showing up and chatting, and Flapping Plymouth, as well as Cubro, I should say. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. And then, of course, my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Love the name. And Patrick, thanks for showing up. Let's see who else was all in here. My goodness, this chatting was going on for a while. And Richie Rich stopped by. I think he left. Andy Anderson, thanks for stopping by. And Error's Game. He only made one comment and he left. And Catriona Holiday. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all staying here and joining me on Thanksgiving Eve. I will be also here Thanksgiving night as well. I do enjoy making this live stream and talking to all of you guys and chatting with you. At least you chat in the live chat, and I enjoy myself speaking to you guys and answering your questions and doing the news, providing information, doing chart analysis. Thank you so much. So please like or dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye.